Happy Saturday, everyone. This is the Saturday in between Good Friday and Easter, and we're continuing this journey of walking with Jesus through Holy Week, and we've been walking from Palm Sunday all the way to Easter Sunday to the cross, and there's a lot that's written about Good Friday, and there's a lot that's written and sung about Easter Sunday, but today, the way we're remembering is this is Saturday. It doesn't have a name. It's just the day that's in between Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Good Friday is about despair. Easter Sunday is about joy. And today is about waiting. Waiting. What did Jesus do on this day in history? Church tradition teaches that Jesus descended to the dead. In fact, the Apostles' Creed says that he descended to preach to the spirits in prison. And it actually is based on 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 18 and 19. Let me read it to you. For Christ died for sins once for all, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring you to God. He is put to death in the body, but made alive by the Spirit, through whom he also went and preached to the spirits in prison, whom disobeyed long ago, when God waited patiently in the days of Noah, while the ark was being built. Church tradition holds that Jesus went from the heights of heaven till he came to earth, till he ascended to death, and he went to the lowest parts possible to preach to those who were faithful to God in their earthly life, to proclaim about the hope and to allow them to come and lead this heavenly processional up to heaven and to reclaim them. And that's what most Christians believe that Jesus did on this Saturday. But for most of us, it's a day of waiting. It's a day of waiting from a Good Friday service where there's despair to the joy of Easter. It's an in-between day. In his book, Who Is This Man?, John Ortberg actually spends a whole chapter writing about this, and he has some great language I want you to hear. He said, everybody knows Saturday. Saturday is the day that your dream died. You wake up and you're still alive. You have to go on, but you don't know how. Worse, you don't know why. A couple pages later, he puts it this way. It's the day that a mom and a dad find out the child that they love has a terminal illness. You lose a job. You lose a friend. You lose your health. You have a dream for your child, and on Friday, it dies. What do you do on Saturday? And he goes on to write, you have three options, essentially. You can choose, the first option is despair. That ultimately you should have no hope. That you should get used to despair. That things aren't going to work out in the future. And you should just live with the reality that this is your life. Option number 2, he outlines, is you can choose joy. You can believe that every day is Sunday. Every day is Resurrection Day. And so when things aren't working out the way you want it to, you simply just don't have enough faith to live in that. You need to choose to have more faith. But there's a third option. And the third option is to choose to wait. Choose to wait. Choose to believe that God is at work even when it seems like it isn't going to happen. You choose to wait. The disciples had no idea what was going to happen. In fact, most of the stories in the Old Testament and New Testament that are third day stories, when they're in between, when they're on the day after the cross, they had no idea what was to come. And they were not living with an expectant hope. They weren't even waiting. They were just living in despair. And we can choose to wait. We can choose to believe that God is at work. I might not see him, but I choose to believe he is at work, and I'm going to be faithful to that. So I don't know how that lands for any one of you watching this. Maybe this is a season of your life that's a Saturday where you haven't seen what's to come in the future. You have hope. You want to believe the best, and you choose not to despair. On this day, I want you to remember to wait faithfully. That Easter is coming, that Resurrection Sunday is coming, but we can choose to wait. It's an active thing. It's not just a belief about that God will perhaps work in the future. It's a confidence that He will work things out for His good. And even if He doesn't, and it doesn't work out in my timeline, I will still remain faithful. So on this Holy Saturday, choose to wait. Choose to actively wait and believe that God is at work even when you can't see it. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I hope you join me for the last session. God bless.